Hey guys, this is Gene at DNS Bait. This report is current as of Friday the 6th. As you can imagine, we've gotten quite a bit of snow on the lakes here after the last couple of snowstorms this week. Seems like travel's okay. There's some drifting that went on out there, but there's quite a few trails now. Guys are getting around pretty decent. There's a couple of drifts that are probably deep enough to get stuck in, so be careful of those. But as far as the fishing goes, the walleye bite seems to have slowed down a little bit, although there are still some fish being caught out on the bars, Dunn's Bar, Second Point, Burley Street in particular. I hear a little bit of action in all of those areas, but it's not on fire. Perch guys, it's a lot fewer guys out this week, obviously, with the weather and the snow we got on the lake. But I did have some decent reports again this week. A couple of guys that had close to the limits a couple of days. And then there were still guys that are struggling. The fish are still on the bottom, though. Not many of them are schooled up or coming up. One afternoon, I guess they came up 6-7 feet off the bottom for a couple hours. But for the most part, the perch bite has been spotty, I guess. Middle of the day seems to be the best time to fish them, 10 to 1 or so. That seems to be when they bite the best. As far as bluegills go on Lake Mendota, that's pretty quiet. I don't hear any action as far as bluegills. Pike action still is moderately okay. I've heard quite a few pike caught this week. Warner Bay, Dunn's Bar, Governor's Island, North Shore Bay, and I heard some down along the University shoreline too. I wouldn't say it was on fire by any means, but I did hear quite a few pike caught this week. Lake Monona, I don't hear any perch action on the lake at all over there. I mean, you hear something through the grapevine, but anybody I talk to says it's been pretty slow. Squaw Bay and Turville Bay are still giving up some bluegills. Turville Bay maybe more so. Monona Bay, I hear some bluegill action in there, a little bit of crappie action in that South Triangle along with some bluegills, but very spotty in the bay there. Some days it's pretty decent, some days not so much, but that's been fishing all winter. Mud Lake's been giving up some nice bluegills and crappies. They're harder to come by, but they're definitely some of the nicer fish on the chain as far as cooperating fish go. And Lake Wabisa and Lake Kegonsa continue to be quiet. I just don't hear a lot going on down on either of those lakes right now. Every once in a while you hear a little bit of bluegill action on Kegonsa, but it's so sporadic and so infrequent that it's hardly worth mentioning. And I don't really hear any perch on either of those lakes anymore. If they're getting any, it must not be very many, and they must be keeping it pretty quiet because they sure don't hear much at all. That's about all I have locally here. Guys are doing a little fishing up on Crystal Lake. I hear there's some crappie bite after dark on Crystal Lake, if you're into that at all. Otherwise, we're getting a few small perch during the day and a few bluegills, but that action's been a little sporadic and usually on the slow side. Fox Lake and Beaver Dam continue to be quiet from what I can tell. A little bit of action, but definitely not typical for Fox Lake. It's been pretty quiet as compared to normal. And I think that's all I got for you guys. So if you have any questions, anything you'd like to know, give me a call at the store here at 608-241-4225. Thanks. Bye.